Okay, the two-way table is such that we can read it two ways. I can read it men versus women or exercise versus non-exercise. So there's double the data there that we can interpret. Oh, too far. Okay. Normally I would add sections here and I would add up the columns and that would help me with my answers. So I'll add up this 2, 3, 8, 4. People exercise, I'll add up this 8, 7, 4, 2. I'll add across this way 0, 6, 5, 4, and oh, what's happening there? 4, and I'll add across this way 0, 5, 7, 2. And when I add these, they should be the same. Yeah, they are the same, so that's good. So how many men were surveyed? 4560. Calculate correct to one decimal place the percentage of adults surveyed who were women. There were 7,310 people surveyed, and of that 2,750 were women, and I'd times that by 100. I'll work out the answers in a bit. Adults who exercised, that were men. So of the exercise group, 4832, do you see how adding them up's helped me a lot? How many of them were men? 3028. And just talking about exercise, I've got to hold my head up. Yeah, that's better. Times it by 100 and we're good to go. I'll calculate them for you. What fraction of women surveyed were exercised? Well, the total women was 2750. How many exercised? 1804. I don't need to times it by 100 because I'm only after the fraction. I could put it into my calculator and ABC it and make it simpler if you like. Are men and women similar in the proportion of them that exercised? Right. Adults who exercise, I'll have to work out the statistics above first, so I'll do that on pause. It says, are men and women similar in the proportion of them who exercise? Well, I've got three things I've already worked out. The fraction of women who exercised, the adults who exercised that were men, the adults surveyed who were women. The fraction of women that exercised, I think, is important. So if I work that out as a percentage, then I can compare it to the fraction of men. So 65.6% of women exercised. What percentage of men exercise? Well, I'm going to work that out. I'm going to come up here. There's 4560 men, and of that, 3028 exercise. Now I've got to put them in percentages so I can compare them. And that works out to be 66.4%. So 66.4% of men they're very similar. I wouldn't say there's much difference, especially with the amount of people that we surveyed.